Alright everybody, welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship Korean Qualifiers. It's pretty much the end of the road for what was all the IEMs leading up to this point. Taipei, Toronto, Shenzhen, all those other names that I can't think of at this point. But we do have a couple of slots available. This leads to one of the qualifying rounds, one of the qualifying spots one of these two players will compete for. Spawning here in the bottom left corner of the map with a probe leaving his base. Oh, never mind. It's going to be Dead Pixel's Pink Protoss Patience.
He did leave his base. Let's back you up. The
Nice.
top right as the blue Zerg, it's soO.
Now, we could still actually go for cannons on the map, potentially. There's some pretty dirty spots you can actually use behind the mineral lines to fully wall yourself in with 3 pylons, but I don't know. Yeah, Patience isn't... We haven't seen him do a lot of cannon rushes. He's been able to pull off all-ins really effectively, but... I don't know. I feel like if it's a Forge Expand, makes sense, but a Cannon Rush might not be in the comfort zone of Patience. I mean, you're fighting against soO. You're trying to bring cheese to the cheese master.
Well, we'll see. It is going to be a hatch first, and this might tell him that he wants to try to go for the Cannon Rush, where, of course, it's a pool first, then why ever bother? Especially if he sees a third drone go out to the third. I mean, that's even more reason to try and do the cannon rush, but that drone's just looking for that probe.
Oh, I have not seen this location used before.
But how is it helpful?
It's kind of like on Frost. You remember they would do this on Frost and use this to leapfrog over?
And does he need another probe? He can't.
Yeah, he certainly does.
I mean, okay, well there you go. The probe's on the way.
The cannon that is meant to get up safely behind this. If he's quick, what happens is when the pylon dies, there's enough room to put a second pylon down. Is he quick though? He gets it.
He's quick.
Patience is so good. But this is a lot of drones pulled from soO to make sure that this doesn't get out of hand. And
Oh no!
ooh, that's pretty bad.
That's awkward.
pretty bad. But the pylon, you know, it still kind of works though, because it does buy the pylon all the time in the world.
You could cancel
the
that
cancel.
and still hold on to it?
Yeah, the cannon's finishing. Now you can start putting more cannons down. This is really stupid, but he's got to be careful with it because full surrounds are still a lot of damage, nothing to mess with. In range of the hatchery, most importantly, but also will cut off reinforcements trying to stream down that ramp. So, soO, lucky for you, there's these back rocks out of your base.
Ooh. It sucks to lose 300 minerals or 350, I suppose, with the drone. But you do have that escape route. Question is, though, is Patience going to take into account? Is he actually going to get that wall up in the natural? I would expect so.
I'm seriously just going to unveto this map now and play Protoss on it exclusively so I can do this. That little ledge is so sick.
He still did it, losing the second probe. That's what really got me. That was silly.
Who was that earlier? Was it Parting that we saw Cannon Rush?
Yes.
Yeah, a million bases at the same time. A little bit distracted, doesn't see the gold, but he'll find out about maybe? No, soO's trying to directly draw his attention away from this.
Parting.
How did so many drones get outside of the base?
Parting cannon rushed like with 15 cannons on one base, but it was someone against cats who did it on a bunch of bases, and I can't remember who it is.
Right, okay. Yeah, because Cats kept trying to take all the bases and he kept getting shut down until we eventually had the Swarm host and the one base down here.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But that base in the middle is going to be...
Oh, who was that? That's going to... It was only like 10 hours ago. I don't remember who it was.
I'll go look it up. I got this.
Actually, it's almost 12 hours ago.
Here we go. Cats. Pig baby.
Pig baby.
Here you go.
Now, did you ever see the gold? No, Patience doesn't see this. Oh, this sucks. That creep's gonna finish up before he can put cannons in range to really abuse the base. So there's not a lot he can really do about this.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough minerals. He could, actually complete that zealot first of all. Maybe get another zealot behind it, or just a stalker.
It didn't even occur to me to just now. The IEM America Qualifier started at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's now 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 12 hours ago. The Cat's playing against Pig Baby on this map.
Cool. Amazing. Well, those back rocks did come into effect, and in the sense, it's a macro sense, you know? Like, he needs these to defend and, you know, search around the map, and he also takes the base that's below the rocks, so this makes total sense. I get this.
So, there's two things going on right now, right? Patience did take a Nexus, and he's got a cannon, he's got a pylon on the back rocks. He's not going to get caught off guard by these lings of all things. But, what's kind of cool... We always talk about this, it never seems to come into effect, but this might be one of the games where you get that warp in tech going, and you can warp in still in the heart of what is the middle of 3 bases.
That's true. That's true. The Patience opening with that Stargate may go into an Oracle. He does have eyes on his own back rocks. Good on you there. If he does take his own third, and he takes the one to the north, they would be expanding closer to soO's natural. Oh, that's funny.
Sorry, I should be contributing. That's right. I'm totally just so down. There's an Oracle coming out. This is actually... I don't know how much this is really going to get done, to be honest. He might catch soO without some Spore Crawlers, and that's fine, but I mean... The Queen alone will be enough to eventually hold. I guess killing the drones with the gold, though, would definitely be better than anything else.
Seems to be the most common response to seeing a gold base taken. I'm not sure why.
I don't really enjoy that he went for the main with this one, though.
Yeah, well, he's still going to get some drones either way. And he's following it up with 3 more gateways. So maybe looking to add that pressure you're talking about with these cannons protecting those pylons. And also a Void Ray. Okay. I think he saw the Roachborn, so it might just be an expansion. Well, the Oracle gets even more kills.
It's really surprisingly useless, though.
I guess so, but is that his first sign of that third base? Might have been, I don't know what the probe saw. Even more drones going down. How many in total? 10 so far for 2 oracles. It is going to be an expansion from Patience. No aggression whatsoever. I at least expect maybe a warp in, but it's not going to be the case, and soon enough these roaches will clean up the cannons. What he could do. Send the Voider across the map and protect the cannons. Oh, it is warp in! Hey, look at that.
Yep.
I'll go back and wait for the Void Ray.
I don't know if he really needs to wait for it. I guess it depends on what he's scared of.
Oh, I was really hoping he would do it. But they're already hiding in the way, so it looks like it wouldn't have been effective anyway, so never mind. Bad idea. Only 3 right now is no big deal. But
actually, did he
is...
scout the Hydra Den? No, he's not actually seen that yet, so he might just think it's roaches still. I mean, the layer's been revealed, but still, knowing Hydras are not a pretty big deal. This third base might not go up too easily. The Void Ray is going to defend for a little bit.
Well, it's going to defend for, I see the roaches, but yeah, the lings are another matter. Just doesn't kill them fast enough, and he will have to cancel that Nexus. No, not the biggest deal. That wasn't very far along anyways. Just replant that down, no big deal.
The rocks still weren't taken down. Actually, just jarred the camera down slightly. The Zealots on the other side of the map, sadly, a bit useless. Cannons are going to get cleaned up eventually with the Hydras. Their damage is just a little too good. I mean, this is really annoying, but this is also very secure. It's weird to consider, but a very secure 4th base for soO a little bit later on.
Yeah, that's certainly true. soO not really getting that humongous army supply lead that you expect maybe off of a typical gold base strategy. I don't know how to phrase that better. But it is still ahead in supply by about 20. Good force fields, of course, help that. And if Patience can get up to Colossus, that'll be helpful as well. But right now, he's investing into Immortals. Is he still? Well, he knows about the Hydra said now.
Rip Zealots.
Yeah, you were kind of useless.
Yo, actually, what would have been, I think, the coolest for Patience, rather than have gone Oracle and forced out these Spore Crawlers, if you gone Dark Shrine instead, I think that could have actually played out a lot better for him.
Maybe. I mean, how much scouting has soO really done this game? I kind of forgot to check once the Stargate was done. Yeah, not much at all. Only seeing the 3rd, of course, but no other tech.
Oh man, he's got a lot of army value coming in. Those force fields have got to buy. I mean, the force fields are gonna cut and slice the dice. Yeah, there we go. Nicely done. Oh my god, patience! What is with your force fields versus lings?
Well, here's the other problem about Expedition Lost. Your armies over there. Well, then there's another.
You know what? This is karma, though. This is every Terran's nightmare. Trying to jump back and forth between the 2 points of contention, but even though the wall at the front is starting to be torn down, I mean, it's a lot more dangerous for soO than it is for patience still. My downside is the sentries are really slow to respond, so no matter how this plays out, it's going to be not fun bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, a very delicate balance. 2 cannons over here will buy some time and is necessary. Also warps in on the other side of the map. It's quite a big warp in. There are some units ready to defend.
Yeah, if this was like state-style charge lots, you'd actually be able to contend the roaches.
Oh, he's taking an army fight.
Force fields are good, I don't blame him. However, the sentries, I really like that the sentries were held back through this, but what is that Void Ray doing?
Dying for its people. It didn't have all that much, but in the end, Patience took that match, or that battle, and is pushing on to the gold.
Yeah, his opponent's coming to try and defend with the roaches, but with 3 immortals here, there's way too much damage to contend with. Even if there were more hydras, which there aren't, the immortals are just going to chew through what would be the buffer for the hydras anyways. The roaches are just going to die so fast.
Ooh, soO. Banking a lot of money, not a lot of gas. He is just going to lose 1,000 minerals in the bank. Never
this is huge for patience. Remind you all, there's no losers bracket. This is a best of 3, not a best of 5. And the winner of this goes on to the qualifying rounds, and Patience is about to make that happen. Good game, ladies and gentlemen. Patience will 2-0 soO.